Are we doing our music?
Welcome to the most important podcast you are listening to right now. The A Show with April Hunter and Aron Stevens.
Good evening and welcome to the A Show, where we will be collecting your souls and your subscriptions at the end of this show. I'm waiting on my co-host to arrive, who is fashionably late. In the meantime,
hello and happy Halloween!
Halloween man, welcome.
Yes. Thank you. I am, of course, Halloween man. And the reason I am late is because this was totally a last-minute decision. I was on my way back from a meeting, and I said, you know what? If we're going to dress up, I got a few decorations here, as you can see, but it was missing something. So now, for the next 2 weeks, Halloween man is going to be here hosting the A Show.
I like it. I like it. You look like you came from a Kiss concert.
It was essentially, if I had more time, I was going to do Frankenfurter from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but I didn't have the time. So I was like, you know what? We're just going to go with Halloween Man.
Yeah, I ran into the same thing. It was kind of doing the best I can, but next week I think we'll be a little bit more planned out. Welcome everybody here. Next week, if you guys want to get dressed up and join us for Halloween week, that would be fabulous. So hi, Allie. Hi, Alexa. Hey. Who is in here so far? Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Yes, Halloween.
Yes, this is, Halloween is such a great holiday that I don't think one day is enough. I think we need several weeks, actually, to celebrate this holiday.
99-cent store sting from Store Sting. Say that 3 times.
Yeah,
from Allie.
yes.
That's pretty good. I like that.
You know, exactly right. By the way,
I hope
exactly
Winona is
right.
dressed up. So Winona, you just need the wind to blow to put on some good makeup and get dressed up, right? Yep. Telling you. Jamie said Halloween is a lifestyle. It is, right? So
what is? But you know what is it ever too much? Like with for those of us that like seasonal treats, like is it pumpkin spice latte? Is it like, do we necessarily want pumpkin spice in July?
Yeah, we do. So inflation. He's $1.50 Sting these days. Oh yeah, actually, you're right.
Yes,
so.
yes.
So once we get the room populated, we're going to play a game. And I will be asking Aron some Halloween trivia questions. And here's the thing.
What kind of trivia questions?
Some Halloween trivia questions.
No, it's Halloween. That's
okay. And you will be winning the amazing prize of
bragging rights, of course.
Bragging rights, exactly.
Bragging rights. Yes.
If you win, now these will be multiple choice, and I think what's going to happen is you are going to rely on our audience for help, because I'm pretty sure you're not going to know all these answers. So
that sounds good. Yeah. Yes.
Oh my God! Winona says that's the Wish version of Sting.
Thank you, Nona. I appreciate that.
Oh, God,
I'm not Sting. I am Halloween Man, and that there's a difference.
Oh, I wish I had my pumpkin spice cup. I didn't bring it. I should have.
Well, you have some kind of a fur there, right? What?
I do. I have instead of a black cat, I have my orange cat right there.
Oh, that was actually Simba. Oh, okay. I thought it was some kind of a fur pelt. Oh, hello, Simba.
Yes. No. You might become a fur pelt if he doesn't stop what he's doing. So, and I think he'll look fabulous around me.
Oh, stop it. You wouldn't do that.
Aren't just my color. He tries me sometimes. That's for damn sure. So, yeah, You're rocking it. I like it. Mhm.
I am. So how are we now? Do we can we start the festivities? I'm very excited about this.
I believe we probably could. We could get started on maybe we'll give it a go. You are you ready?
Yes, I'm always ready. I am Halloween man.
All right, here you go. And our lovely audience, feel free to put the answers in there if you know them. Okay. The first jack-o'-lanterns were made out of what? Now, do you need me to give you the options?
Yes, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do options. Options are good.
Okay. Turnips, coconuts, pumpkins, or watermelons? Watermelons.
Oh yes, right. You know what? I am going to say watermelons only because, around the fall, like we have no use for watermelons, and you could easily carve things in watermelons as opposed to a coconut, where it's very hard trying to carve a coconut.
Is that your final answer?
Yes. Yes.
All right, hang on a second.
Oh, but you know what?
You lose.
No.
So
Turnips.
Yep, Winona and Keon, they have it right.
They got it right. So
Yep.
I'm going to defer to, if I don't know the answer, I will be completely deferring to our audience.
You want to phone a friend. So the first jack-o'-lanterns were made in Ireland out of hollowed out turnips. A piece of coal was inserted into the hollow part, and the lantern was meant to guide the way of poor old Jack, who was not welcome in heaven, but it was also barred from entering hell for tricking the devil. According to the legend, the devil gave this crude lamp to Jack so that he could walk on the earth forever in limbo. When the Irish brought this tradition to America, they apparently decided that pumpkins were easier to carve than turnips, and the modern day jack-o'-lantern was born.
Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
There you go. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now, even if you don't win, our viewers will win this fascinating trivia that they can amaze their friends and family with all week long and seem super smart.
Well, everybody wins. Everybody wins.
Everybody wins. All right. Ready? Here's the next one.
Yes.
Halloween is generally considered to have evolved from which ancient festival?
Okay, I do know it is Celtic. It is the festival that was in charge of it's when darkness overcame light, and it was kind of like, I believe, the start of the Celtic New Year. It was always celebrated on October 31st, something with an S, seal or something with an S. It was Celtic.
You're right. Here are your choices: Beltane, Samhain.
Samhain. It was not 100% Samhain. Samhain. Yep.
Correct.
Samhain.
Although there are many theories on the origin and history of Halloween, it is generally accepted that Halloween dates back to an ancient Celtic festival known as Samhain, which is spelled Samhain to us, or the Celtic New Year. You are absolutely correct on that one. Bragging rights. Everybody drink. It was believed that the spirits of everyone who had died during the year would return on the eve of Samhain to seek living bodies to possess for the following year. The Celts would dress in ghoulish costumes and hold noisy revels in an attempt to frighten away the restless dead. And there are many accounts of people being burned at the stake because they were perceived to have been possessed by one of the returning spirits. Now that's a good time. That's a party right there. Okay. Want another one?
Let's go. Yes, and
okay. This one I got totally wrong. Maybe our viewers have this one. All right. According to legend, a unibrow, tattoos, a long middle finger are all signs of what Halloween creature?
Werewolf.
Vampire, witch. Wait, vampire, witch, golem, or werewolf?
Okay, I'm deferring to the people for this.
Okay, what do the people have to
What do
say?
we have?
What do you guys think it is?
People, I need your help on this one. We
Yeah,
got vampire, golem. Golem is one for golem, two for golem.
Vampire, witch, golem, or werewolf?
You know what? It's overwhelmingly golem, so let's say golem.
Nope. You were right on your first guess. It was a werewolf.
So, what I want to know now is what the hell's a golem?
I don't know. It doesn't say. They should tell us, right?
I mean, I've heard of a goblin, a ghoul, a ghost, vampires,
What is a golem?
werewolf, mummies. There's a song by Jimmy Buffett called "Vampires, Mummies, and the Holy Ghost," and yes, it's a nice little Halloween tune. Not really. It's like Halloween if you're in the beach.
I can read that off for you real quick here, guys. We've got is an animated anthropomorphic being in Jewish folklore, which is entirely created from inanimate matter, usually clay or mud. In the Psalms and medieval writings, the word golem was used as a term for an amorphous,
Summoned,
unformed
right?
material.
They're summoned.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah,
like,
that's where,
have
like-
you ever seen Dogma?
Yeah.
You ever seen Dogma?
Yeah.
Where they
Oh,
make
yeah.
the crap monster? That's technically a
Yes,
crap
that's
golem.
that's a
yes.
golem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you know that ectoplasm was apparently a real thing? It's like when you call a spirit in or whatever, there's allegedly a residue called ectoplasm that the person summoning or channeling will secrete. Yes. It was on that Netflix thing show, so of course it must be true. But yes, very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Eva's saying that is true.
Hello, Eva.
And Chuck says that Frankenstein was based on a golem legend.
Ah, very interesting. Now
We are learning all kinds of stuff here.
here is what I would
Good.
like to have a discussion. We all have our favorite Halloween holidays, and you know what? Let's be honest. Here at the A Show, we are a Halloween people. We all dig it. We all have our stuff. What is your Halloween movie? Your go-to?
Oh, our favorite Halloween movies, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, to be honest with you, I only saw, this is kind of embarrassing. I only ever saw Hocus Pocus for the first time ever. I think it was about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to be fair, I was on the road a lot ever since I was like 19. So I missed a lot of movies and a lot of TV shows. So I've been touring. Favorite Halloween movie? Oh my God, I don't know. I don't know if I have one. Honestly, what's yours?
Well, wait a minute. Now we have Little Shop of Horrors. That's very, very good one. Thank you. The Charlie Brown Great Pumpkin.
Ringu, the Japanese version. Yes, that was so creepy. I saw
Ghost
that.
Story. We have a Ghost Story there. Halloween, all of them, excellent.
Hostel. Hostel was really good. It was so disgusting and awesome.
Yeah, but that's not a real Halloween movie.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Well, no, I mean,
How
it's
about,
not.
what Bill and what was it? Jeb and Ted's or Bill and Ted's?
Bill
What
and
was that
Ted,
guy?
yes.
No, not that one. The other one. Tucker and shit. What's the name of that? Tucker and somebody out in the fight evil.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Somebody
Friday the 13th. Yep. Friday the 13th. So I am now going to reveal, excuse me. It gets tiring being Halloween man, but I am going to reveal something. Hello, Fred. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. I'm going to reveal something about myself, which essentially is I don't want to. It's not like a Ren Fair thing with me, but you will probably tease me like it is. My favorite Halloween movie of all time, the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I should have been able to figure that one out. Do you know I've never seen it?
Shame on you.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I keep wanting to go down to like Tampa Theater and see it, but no one has taken me up on the.
Do they still have it at the Tampa Picture Show?
I think so. Yeah.
They used to have it like every Monday because when I was living in Tampa, that was the thing, right? That was the spot.
I know. I have not seen it. That was another one. I was on the road. I told you I've missed a lot of classics, and everybody's putting some good ones in there. Sleepy Hollow and what you guys got? So Friday the 13th is not a Halloween. Oh,
yeah, but
Zombie, Rob Zombie's remake of Halloween 1 and 2. Yeah, Alexa, I'm with you. Now, if you ask me my favorite Christmas movies, I would have a list like so long. Like I love Halloween, but the movies I'm not that big of a. But you know,
no, Rocky Horror.
I'll shoot your eye out all day long.
Rocky Horror because it stands the test of time.
Underworld.
Okay, no, these are all great, but I'm saying Rocky Horror is it is the ultimate Halloween movie because it transcends the holiday itself. Like it's a whole culture. There is a subculture devoted to Rocky Horror.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
To where you can go on Monday at July, all right, August, September, who knows, January, and there is the Rocky Horror playing, and people dress up. You throw when Dr. Frankenfurter goes a toast, everyone throws toast in the air, and you talk back to the screen when Brad and Janet start talking. Like Brad does his dialogue.
No, I haven't seen the movie. I have to go see it. So
let's do the time warp again.
Okay, let's do the time warp again.
I would like, if I may, to take you on a very strange journey. On a night out. It was a night out they would remember for a very long time.
See, I know that. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I know. All right, here's another one.
It's the best.
All right, I'll make a note. I have a note. Like I have to go see. I gotta watch the Squid show on Prime or whatever. I have to go see Rocky Horror. There's a list of things I have to do. I have to fill out my insurance information. I have so many things I have to do.
The gentleman I was meeting with today, he had to leave Vegas, and he actually missed the Tyson Fury fight in Vegas, Fury Wilder 3, because his friend's child was attempting to recreate something on the Squid show and burnt his hand. What kind of a show is this?
Korean, right? It's Korean.
Is it like a cooking show? Is it a...
I don't know. This is I don't know, but it's supposed to be very emotional. It's Squid something. I thought it was a Korean show.
Wow, okay. Interesting.
It's supposed to be amazing.
And again, this is great. Our comment section is just blowing up, and this is awesome. See, this is what makes it fun. We get to interact with y'all on here.
Disco, Tales from the Crypt totally counts.
Oh my God, Tales from the Crypt?
Yes.
You know what? I put Tales from the Crypt is right up there with Rocky Horror because Tales from the Crypt, it had the best intro ever. You know how like when a show's around for like this more than 2 seasons?
Yes.
And like they cut down the opening of it. Mm-hmm. Like it's just literally like one chorus of the song. They flash the names and they move on. But no, Tales from the Crypt, it started out every time. And that music, man, you just go dun, 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 and you're walking up to the house. You go in the house, and you go down the spiral staircase and everything. And you're just like, no, don't go down there, man. Don't go down there. And every mother trucking week, like, they'd go right to the casket, and that little bastard would sit up and surprise you.
Yeah.
Tales from the Crypt, like that. I tell you what a charismatic creature he was.
He was, right?
Oh my God, the Crypt Keeper. Think about that. Like the Halloween, episodes, he would no-sell because he's like, yeah, no shit, this is Halloween all the time. But like Christmas, he had a little Christmas hat on once. Like he's the most endearing skeleton I've ever seen.
All right, so here's another one. Speaking of endearing skeletons. Mm-hmm. In what century did the practice of trick-or-treating begin? 20th century, 16th century, 14th century, 18th century?
18th. Really?
Really?
Wow. What was it?
Try again. Well, you got another guess or no?
I'll say 20th.
We're in the 20th.
We got 18th.
We're near, yeah.
18th.
You did 18th.
I mean 14th.
You picked everything but the right one. Okay, so 16th.
No, I ended up picking the right one, which is a lesson to all you boys and girls. Hang in there. You'll get it right eventually.
Okay. Yeah, you all got it wrong. Okay, 16th century. Okay, so in North America, trick-or-treating began to develop as a Halloween tradition during the 1920s. But the European tradition of going house to house and collecting food at Halloween goes back as far as the 16th century. In Britain and Ireland, there are accounts of people going house to house in costume on Halloween, reciting verses in exchange for food, and sometimes warning of misfortune if they were not welcomed.
Wow, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very
Right,
interesting.
From base to point. This is for all of you guys. Ready? From base to point. What is the order of colors on a piece of candy corn?
Okay, do we all answer at once? But the tip is no. So the base is orange, the middle is yellow, and the tip is white.
Is that the final answer, you guys?
That is the final answer because it is the correct answer.
Okay. Cam's like does not actually care. I don't either. I hate candy corn. Does anybody eat these?
Yeah, candy corn is pretty stupid.
It is stupid. I know. I so want to do a just the tip joke. Okay. Orange, yellow, white. You're wrong. It's not orange, yellow, white.
No, I'm sure it is.
It's not orange, yellow, white.
What is it?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't eat that
No.
shit.
All right, we're gonna solve this right here. Hang on.
Okay.
This is bullshit.
No, you can't Google. You can't.
No. You want to screw with candy corn?
It's yellow, orange, white. There you go.
Son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I have to. It's from the top down, April, or from bottom up?
Hang on. From
Oh my
base to
god!
point.
And you know what? I
From base to point.
never understood why they called it candy corn, and now I do.
Wait, what is it? Why is it?
It's candy corn stuck into something that it. Yeah, there you go, right there.
Yeah.
Okay, now you know what? Here's something. Who the hell eats candy corn? It's stupid. It is neither candy nor corn.
I'm gonna raise my hand on this.
Colin.
Wait, does that say Damien Chic now?
Yes, it does, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
Excellent.
I am his counterpart from the Middle East. I am Damien
Tremendous.
Chic now.
Tremendous.
I do unfortunately love some candy corn. I like the candy corn pumpkins. I mean, it's I'm a big fan of like Alton Brown's Good Eats. Have you guys ever seen Alton Brown's cooking show called Good Eats?
No.
Yeah, you know what? I was a big fan of Alton Brown until he was on a cooking show and he was a real jackass to the contestants. And I went, oh yeah, I can see this. This guy's probably I hate to use a term, but he's probably a dick in real life. Yeah,
a lot of them probably are. Yeah, you're right. He did a Halloween special where he made candy from scratch for like his kids like that would come through the neighborhood. And he made candy corn, and all it is like a sugar dough, and you dye the sugar dough like this the colors, and then you like mold them together, and then you let them sit, and it just you just let it eat. Yeah, it's insane how they make them.
Sounds gross.
Well, yeah, and again, like the pumpkin. So, like, because candy corn in and of itself is a substance. Is that Colin? Where are you? It's a substance, right? It's not the actual shape because obviously it ain't like corn, but it's the actual like texture and flavor and the substance itself.
It's almost waxy like.
Yeah. And now, here's another thing. Do you also eat ribbon candy?
No, I cannot stand ribbon candy.
What is that? The hard candy that looks like a ribbon?
That your grandma always had, and like every time you'd go to pull it out of the bowl, the whole thing would be stuck together, and it was just a mess. There's like the fruitcake. That's another seasonal thing that nobody eats.
There's only like 10 fruitcakes in the world that just keep going around and around and around. Right?
But like nobody eats them, yet they are around every friggin' year in the supermarket. And at every holiday party, there is a fruitcake there. It's
somebody's
crazy.
eating them. Just like somebody's buying these warranties that they are calling us about nonstop. Somebody's buying the warranty. Somebody's eating the fruitcake. We just don't know who that is.
It's absolutely crazy.
All right, you guys. Worst Halloween candy. Everybody.
Candy corn.
What do you guys all think? Besides candy corn, like what is
black licorice? If I get black licorice in my bag, I will be very upset.
See? Well, no. I like fruitcake.
Nerds.
Nerds? Really?
Yeah, nerds, sweet tarts. Yeah.
Okay, audience, what do you guys think is the worst Halloween candy ever?
Nico wafer, solid call. solid
choice.
call on the Nico wafers. You know what?
Red hot candy? You don't like red hot candy? What's wrong with you? Sorry, I'm so judgmental about that.
Or we get another one for black licorice.
Big hunk, guaranteed.
Okay, Allie, I challenge you on this. I now challenge you on this. Almond Joy and Mounds are amazing.
No, they are D-list candy. Like after you're done all your good candy,
no,
there's nothing left, but you're stoned and you want to eat something.
No,
that's where the Almond Joy and Mounds.
What about us coconut enthusiasts out there?
Fuck.
No. There is nothing better than dark chocolate and coconut, and then milk chocolate, coconut, and an almond. What the hell is wrong with you people? That is a first-class A-list candy.
No, a first-class A-list candy is Twix.
Not debating that, right? We have Hershey bars. We have Twix. Reese's Pieces. I mean, for God's sake, any holiday, right? With what's any holiday without a Reese's?
Best candy.
Right?
Yeah.
100 grand?
Yep.
See, I'm a fan of 100 grand, but I would not put them on. Like I would put Almond Joy or Mounds ahead of 100 grand.
We're not friends anymore.
You know what? 100 grand, like it just doesn't have the same ambiance as a Mounds or an Almond Joy. And dare I say this to all of you? Oh, and Nestle's Crunch. Thank you very much, Nestle's Crunch. And of course, War Demon. Yes, Reese's. Look, Reese's is not my favorite, but you know what? Who the hell is going to say no to a Reese's? Fucking peanut butter and chocolate. Like, just, there you go.
I don't like peanut butter.
Pieces or cups?
The cups. But the pieces are great too. But
pieces are okay.
Here's the thing about the pieces. When you have chocolate M&Ms, and there's another one, M&Ms. Who doesn't like the bag of Who doesn't love the bag of M&Ms? Like the little mini bag of M&Ms, they're great.
Yes.
Okay, so Twizzlers, yes, Twizzlers are good, but do they make like a fun-sized Twizzler? I always feel kind of like, if I want a Twizzler, I want the whole thing.
What are coconut balls?
Yeah, coconut balls.
Oh, are those things covered in coconut? Ew, yeah.
Yeah, no need. But here's a candy that doesn't get the credit it deserves. Charleston Chew.
Oh, Three Musketeers. Sorry, I
Oh
just.
my God! Yes.
Okay. Three Musketeers.
You're right.
In the refrigerator and Milky Way.
Okay, so wait a minute. We need our top 5 without a doubt. Let's all agree on this now.
Ready?
Hershey's, Reese's.
What? Wait, what?
No, I'm talking about like A-list candies, whether you like it or not. Like the ones that are like, it's your Hershey's, the little Hershey, Halloween Hershey's.
If you really want top 5 candy, it's going to be Lindt Cadbury.
No, April, we're going middle of America. Like when you go to Walmart like you go to Walmart, buy the giant bag of candy. No, of course Cadbury, and no one does Easter like the Cadbury bunny. We all know that. Like Easter,
Lindt Cadbury. Okay. So we're just.
The Lindt balls are great. Like I love the Lindt. Oh, God, talk about just a party in the mouth. You know what I mean? It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
But no, for like just America, like the little Hershey bars are the standard, right? Hershey's, Reese's.
That's not
Milky.
No, that's not the top though. Milky Way, Three Musketeers.
No, I'm going like top of the we have a couple, and this is in no particular order. We're just saying like the A-list, right? Like Hershey's, Reese's, Milky Way, Three Musketeers, Snickers. We haven't talked about Snickers, but I mean, come on, right?
That's a given.
Yeah, Hershey's, Reese's, Milky Way, Three Musketeers, Snickers, M&Ms, and Twix, right? Those are like your 7. If you get one of those set, like you're having a good day.
Yeah. All right.
Right. For Halloween, the fun size. Now, again, Almond Joy, I enjoy more than all of them. However, there's like the next tier. Like they're right there, but not quite. I would put the Almond Joys, the 100 grams of the world, in terms of just popularity. To where they're definitely A-list, but like they're not quite at the top, So that is my opinion. April, what do you have to say about that?
Well, if you ask me top 5, I'm going to go by my own personal top 5 because it's all about what I like. Oh, Kit Kat. Fuck yeah.
Son of a bitch, the Kit Kat.
Kit
How-
Kat. So,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm a candy and coffee snob, and I'm fine with that. So there are only a few things I like. So the rest
Yeah.
everybody else can have. So speaking of that, hang on. There is a candy buyback program, and I forget who does it. It's one of the questions in here. But when you get the candy you don't like or whatever that you don't want anymore or don't like, you take it back somewhere. I'll find it in this thing. But while we're on the topic, I'll bring it up. Well, you take it to somebody, and they end up taking it and sending it over to the troops or giving it to the military. So
That's cool. Wow.
yeah, no candy goes unwasted.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So, do you want another question?
Hang on,
I
guys.
mean, yeah. Well,
gotta-
yeah. No, this is a serious discussion here.
No,
This
no,
is-
I gotta interrupt. I
Okay.
think we lost the Twitch stream.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yes, hang on. Let me.
Okay. And
After-
while we're talking,
So
we have to,
we're live on YouTube still.
Okay.
But we're off. Okay, they're saying it's back in the chat. So
okay. After
Oh,
there we
everything
are.
we have talked about on this show, all of the controversial topics, we have a discussion about candy and get kicked off.
Yep.
But y'all
We're marketing
seriously
it.
Go
pushed
figure.
the new YouTube guidelines last week, and we didn't get taken off or shut down or anything like that. But Twitch is like Halloween candy. Nope, can't
Yeah.
have
You know what?
can't have Aaron and face makeup. We can't have all this stuff.
You know what? Somewhere in the Twitch executive room, there's someone who is a caramello person, and they're like, you know what? The hell with this. Boom.
I'm with that person. Twitch. I hear you, Mr. Twitch.
You know
All
what?
right,
Though
looks like we
caramello is
are
awesome.
back.
Caramello,
shit.
it's like a
Caramello's
delicacy.
the shit.
Like caramello is like the
It
chocolate.
is.
Cadbury has excellent chocolate.
They do. They really do. Because they're not American. They don't put wax in their chocolate. So before we go any further, I am supposed to mention some things because we were given a class this past week by Hammond Media, thankfully. And we would like to thank all of you who have subscribed to our channel. So if you are a member of Prime, you get a free membership to a Twitch channel. And if you have spent that on ours, we are very grateful. And if you are not subscribed, we would love for you to do so because it's only $4.99 and it helps us tremendously. We're also extremely grateful to our patrons. Your memberships keep us going. So if you like us, please, please, please support us. And we are very, very grateful. We also now understand that you guys can cheer bits. So I'm not, Colin, how does that work exactly? I guess when you cheer bits, we answer your questions and we have to do things that you want us to do. Like
They can cheer bits for content that they like. They can just, if this conversation that we're having, they can cheer bits just for this conversation. They can cheer bits for a lot of different things. They'll pop up in the chat. We can even make cool little bits. I'm trying to figure out how to make the Bella little bit that they can cheer and the chicken bit that they can cheer for things like that. But you guys go on, cheer the bits. It's fun. You can ask certain questions, do certain things. It helps promote the channel and it helps keep us going again.
Well, how the hell do we know if they're cheering?
I'm seeing that
emotes
Twitch
in
is
the
frozen. So whatever we're saying might not be making it over to Twitch. So
I still got a green check bar, so we're
okay.
good.
Okay, a couple of people said Twitch is going in.
I'm going to throw the YouTube link in the chat for those of you that can see on Twitch. So if it does drop, you guys can slide over to YouTube. We haven't had any disruptions on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay,
so there's that. Wait, and one more thing before I forget, because while we love doing this and do it all the time, we do also have to mention that the business aspect of it all. So we also now have, yay, it's working. Thanks, Chuck. We have a new tier on Patreon, and it includes our signed 8x10. So if you sign up for our top tier on Patreon, it's called the Mensa tier. And we are talking to we're seeing our Mensa member here answer the questions. You will also have a signed 8x10 sent out to you that is brand new. And I believe only one person in the world has this, and that is our lovely intern, Alexa, who does so much for us. So thank you, Alexa, very much for all you're doing. We are very appreciative. So now you too can get a copy of this if you are one of our top patrons. So there we go. That's the business aspect.
show me the stick you can beat that with.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, show me the tits. I was like, wait,
No,
are you throwing,
no.
cheer some bits, damn
No,
it. Throw some money. So,
yeah, cheer some bits and yeah, well, you can go from there.
go ahead.
That's amazing. That's really cool. And you know what? Again, we would like to be more. How do I put this? Fan friendly, friend friendly. Because you know what? It's funny. We are like a community here, and it's just been very healthy for me. So I appreciate all of you guys coming out every week, just enjoying the conversation. You know, whether we're talking about some serious stuff and being respectful to each other and listening to another point of view, whether we're interviewing someone or whether we're doing something like this, it's just such a highlight. And Colin said in the group chat, and I want to defer to y'all for this. April, what do you think about every week we should do a top 5? Because that was a hell of a discussion we had about candy, which I could have kept going on it.
We could do a top 5, yeah.
I like the top 5. So
some of our weeks are pretty serious in our discussions. Last week was one of those, but yeah, we could do a top 5, and like we have been doing the deserted island questions with our guests. Like, what would you bring to a deserted island? So we could do that.
What should we do next week for the top 5? Because next week is Halloween week.
Yes.
And what do you all think we should do next week? I mean, we've talked about the candy, which is, should we talk about, we've done movies, we've done candy. Should we do costumes, the top 5 Halloween costumes? Or there we go. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm
okay.
We're a cosplayer, you know.
Yeah.
When you're a cosplayer, what are your favorite costumes? Like all of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, like as a cosplayer, and for those of you in the cosplaying community, is Halloween just like oh crap, it's amateur hour? You know, like back in the day when I was much more socially active, I remember like on the weekends, it would be like, oh yeah, the weekends, everyone goes out and hangs out. This is amateur hour, you know, when to me, there's nothing like partying on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night during the week. It's less crowded and you go hard in the paint. But is it like that? Are you like, oh great, here come all the muggles with their little Walmart costumes?
Well, first off, let me say hi to War Demon, Chris. Hey, thank you for being on here. We are happy to see you on here.
Secondly, Chris, what the hell, man? You're awesome. You've contributed so much.
Yeah, it's nice to see you guys every week, and it's nice to see you every week. Okay, so I don't know. When you dress up all the time, like every year or all throughout the year, I mean, honestly, a lot of times on Halloween, I don't dress up. But another excuse to dress up is always a fun one. So this year, my friends and I are going out to Spooky Empire in Orlando. So if you guys are going out there this weekend, we may run into you. For once, I'm going to be on the other side of the table. I'm going as a fan to say hi to people and to.
You're dressing up as a fan?
I know, right?
What do you do? Like have blades on your arms and just go? I mean, I'm sorry, I had to say it. We're coming back.
Touché. That's why you're the Mensa person. So no, I'm going as a spectator. I'm going as a spectator. So we are going to get dressed up in costume and have fun with that. But no, I don't think we think of everybody as amateurs. I think we think that everybody's finally, you know, joining the party.
Interesting, because you know, there's the whole Ren Fair thing.
We're like a religious group. We go up to them and we're like, hey, you know, you could be doing this all year long, right? Join us. Come over to our side.
Okay. Speaking of that, and I'm not like this is a very much a Halloween centric show. Did you see where there is a sect of people, and I'm not naming names, I'm not going to say it, but they are a church, a religious group, a religious institution of some kind, who in their ceremonies, they all have guns, right? But to take it one step further, they all have crowns. It was all over. It was on Instagram. It was on Facebook. Like they had the guns, but the crowns. I was like,
wait, they're wearing crowns?
They're wearing crowns, like so Jerry the King Lawler crown.
They're like king cowboys.
No. They had robes and very nice robes, but like robes, M16s, and then crowns. And they were like, I went, what the hell? But it was a real thing. You know, so it's interesting. No, there was all. Believe it or not, there was all different races.
Oh, really? Oh, I have not watched the news for self-preservation, to be honest with you. I'm a little
Hang on, let me see if I can find it.
nope.
What?
No, I go through this. I go through these dry spots where I don't watch the news because our news moves at the speed of light. Like there's so much stuff going on, and I feel like a lot of it's anchor porn and just shock bullshit. So sometimes I just kind of pull back for sanity.
Mhm.
No, I will pay attention to events, but I don't care about politics. So I know that sounds strange, and I know a lot about politics, and I know how politics work, but
Mhm.
I don't get caught up in the political bullshit because I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
not a party. Huh.
Look at that.
They're looking
Hey.
fancy. Does that one guy have a black cat?
What's that?
Does that one guy have a black cat in his hand?
No,
Okay.
no, no. That is apparently an AR-15.
Huh. Okay. Well,
So interesting stuff. Yes.
Right on. He can be a king and all right.
Hey, but yeah, I think that's again very very interesting world we live in. Sorry,
hey,
I have
Josh,
hair in my ear. Josh, hello. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Josh, we don't always dress like this, of course, because we are celebrating 2 weeks of Halloween, and yeah, that's that's why we're doing this. But again, thank you so much, and you know what? Tell a friend about it. We really do want to grow the channel because, like, we were talking the other day too, and this it really has become such a great place to again just like have a civil discussion and like talk about issues. And at the same time, kind of have a little fun too. And so, like, I would love to grow this community and really kind of see how big, we can get, and to see how many people we can reach, right? Like, how many, like, if we all can set the example of how to have a discussion, if we can set the example of how to listen to an opposing point of view and not completely ostracize or demonize, but say, okay, that's interesting. Like, let's look at it from this way. And just, again, like basic human civility, I think is really the first step we need to take because we're so far, down the pipe that we need to just kind of completely remove ourselves. And like, we need to take like manners 101. We all can't agree on everything. We're going to have opposing points of view, but let's at least coexist and be respectful and, work towards the same thing. And of course that means freedom. That means respect. That means thinking about other people and kind of like finding that balance, right? Because it's shouldn't be that hard, right? It shouldn't be like you're either a complete capitalist and to heck with everybody else, do what you can, or you're like, oh no, we need to completely turn it. No, like meet in the middle, learn and again, hopefully just kind of grow as human beings and hopefully we can grow as a show too, because that's what we want. Then thank you, Josh.
Definitely.
Wait, Josh, is that that's not
what?
You, Josh from okay, that's not Josh from Missouri, is it? And if it was Josh, you know exactly who I'm talking about.
No.
Okay, it may not be Josh, but if Josh is listening and he said he listens, Josh, what the hell's going on, man? I had to say that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think a lot of times we are so emotionally tied to our labels and our decisions that we take things so personally when other people have an opinion about something or feel a certain way, that we feel that that's a personal insult to us if they don't feel the same way we do or live the same way we do. So no, I don't think we should agree to disagree, and I don't think we should argue to win either. I think when we have discussions, the end goal should be to understand each other. Not agree to disagree and not to win or lose, but to just understand where the other person's coming from on a human level.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I wouldn't do that. Okay, so let's say, sorry, say it's allergy season here. let's say you're pro-choice and I'm pro-life, right? Theoretically.
Mhm.
So you present your discussion to me as to why you're pro-choice. You're pro-choice because you're a professional athlete. You have dreams to make it one day. You're not ready to have a child.
Mhm.
You don't feel other people should have to, even though maybe you won't personally, maybe you're not personally in that belief, you wouldn't choose somebody else's life for them. And maybe I disagree with that. Maybe that's not my
Mhm.
belief, but to at least listen and understand where you're coming from and respect that. Like, oh, okay, I understand that's your life. That wouldn't be my choice.
Mhm.
I don't feel that way. I always said that the common ground there between those two camps was fewer unplanned pregnancies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're here and here, everybody can agree that fewer unplanned pregnancies are a good thing. So trying to find that middle ground somewhere, wherever you're speaking, can help so that you can at least find some place to, I don't know, have a commonality.
Absolutely.
'Cause
Yeah.
there's almost always something.
That's so true. That is so true.
You know, like, well, okay, so we're talking about what's going on right now. I think a lot of people have hit that middle ground, whether they believe in taking the medication or not taking it. A lot of people aren't okay with being mandated because they see that as freedom being taken away from them. That's the middle ground there.
Happy and healthy. We want
Yes.
to be happy and have the freedom to pursue happiness, and we want to be healthy. We can all agree, like that, like disease is the enemy, right?
Mhm.
That's what we want to get rid of, right?
Oh, playa. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm saying even people that took it are against the mandates. Absolutely.
yes, 100%.
I'm extremely ecstatic about what Southwest did and how all the other airlines basically followed. I think that is fantastic. I think it's really fantastic that
No.
people are standing up for themselves and saying no.
And
Because
again,
typically, I was just going to say, when rights are taken away from us,
Mhm.
they're never restored. They never come back.
Mhm.
So if we lose one right, it's not going to come back again. So
yeah,
we're not going to get that again. If they mandate one thing, they're going to keep mandating things for you to keep your job over and over again.
Mm-hmm. And a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, just went through something where, at his work, this is in Massachusetts, for not taking the medication, and it was kind of a little bit of a tiff, but then it was so cool because they were able to work it out with the person that kind of called him out publicly, which shouldn't have happened. But he definitely took the higher road. He's like, I'm not going to go after HR or anything, but like you said, hey, this is where I'm coming from, and it was good. And here's the thing. I told you about 2 weeks ago, both my parents have COVID. So father's a cop, and it was going around his department. He ended up getting it. Right now, he actually took the medication, and
both of them did, right?
yeah, both of my parents did, and of course, my mom got it too. And with my dad, it was like a little bit. I guess he lost 20 pounds. My mom said he was like, he looks pretty funny, but it's just because he lost his appetite. The only thing is his fever was up a little bit, right? But all in all, he was okay. It was like a sinus cold. He was a little sore. My mother pretty much like calls me like 2 days later, like, well, I have COVID. And then the next day, well, I have a bit of a sinus cold and I can't smell or taste. And then 2 days later, well, I'm actually fine. I'm just taking care of your dad. Like, so she completely no-sold the whole thing. But, look, again, and this is not a statement politically. Am I, as their son, when my parents are, again, they're in their 60s, I was glad they got it. I was like, you know what? I'm happy. And then a doctor told my dad, he goes, you would have been on a respirator fighting for your life if you didn't take it, right? So there's that. It was the gym I go to in California. It was.
Do you think so? Because was it just because your dad and his age? Because my ex got
Mm-hmm.
COVID.
Mhm.
and he's not vaccinated. And he got it from someone who was vaccinated.
Yeah.
And he got it in a way that was like a flu, like a cold or a flu.
Yeah.
It was just he got it the exact same way. It sounds like your dad got it. And
Yeah,
everybody I know that has got it the same way, kind of like a bad cold or a flu.
But
He
my
said
dad
slept for like 5 days.
he's 60, like 65 years old, you know.
Okay.
And on the flip side, COVID was going around my gym, and this was a few weeks ago, and a couple people have it, like you said, like a bad cold or flu, except one guy who was
My age, right?
a little older, like maybe 2 or 3 years older than you, so
Yeah.
young, like was not all and in amazing shape, incredible shape. But chose not to take the medication, was vocal about it too, and hey, whatever, right? He's no longer with us.
Wow.
He was on a ventilator. He was doing better, and then I guess he just said so. Like, look, it's you don't know, right? Like, I when all this was going on, I have a spiritual director who is a Jesuit priest, and he also has a pre-doctorate in molecular virology. So this guy's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I said, well, Father, what do you think? Like, what is? And he goes, look, say what you want. Science is science, and regardless of what people are talking, and you have people on both ends that are being very extreme, and it's clouding like the science behind it. He goes, it is simply the best thing right now. And that was from a science standpoint.
That was 6 or 8 months ago, right?
Yes. Now, so again,
Okay.
read into that again, how you will, what you will, but please just take the statement at face value. Doing the best you can. Now, am I saying that there are not companies that have their own agenda for money? And of course, like that's that's the nature of the beast. We all know this. We've had that discussion. So I'm not saying that like people aren't pushing things to get their pockets padded. But again, like with my family, like when it came to my parents, I was like, you know what? For their situation, I like as their son, I felt better.
Okay. So
like that's all. Just as their son.
I went and got my hair done today, right? My hairstylist uncle got the vaccine and died immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Died. And he was young. He died from it. So, I saw Sanjay Gupta on Joe Rogan, and Colin said something about it exacerbates the underlying conditions that you might already have, whether you're aware of them or not.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people are not aware of necessarily what's going on inside of them already. So I don't think the vaccine is for everyone. I don't think the medication's for everyone. I think people who are perfectly healthy and young may opt to be healthy and young. Same with children, same with pregnant women. And like a select group of people, it might work out great for. But I don't think everybody needs it.
You know what? And
I do think the variant is coming from the vaccine, because we have never once done mass vaccinations on this scale or level before, have we? With something that we don't really know a whole lot about, like the mRNA technology was not really developed for healthy people. So it was made to give it to sick people. So giving it to healthy people is new. From what I understand.
Yeah, and the thing is, look, we're finding more and more about it every day. And the thing, I think we should just be free to make the choice. And that's what I think. Again, like we said, the goal, whether you're for or against, happy and healthy is the end result that we all want, right? And health, if you don't have your health, you have nothing. So like, however you choose to pursue your own personal health. I mean, and I do think there is a degree of like, I had the Rona a few weeks ago, and my thing was like, I was okay, thank God. I didn't want to get anyone else. In fact, right? That's why, I mean, I quarantined and didn't go near anyone. I just was very much a kind of an island unto myself, which is that this is my actual face, by the way. I haven't got any sunlight in weeks. But you know, I just try to think of other people, right? Because sometimes, look, again, I've said this. I am all for capitalism. Make as much as you can. Do you need to pay your fair share of the government? Yes, but your fair share. I don't think we should be just completely like ostracized, and we shouldn't be penalized for doing better financially. So, you know, that's a whole nother discussion. But I do think we need, you know, as much as we want to pursue and do what we can to get ahead in life and to, you know, get the most out of life, there should be a civic responsibility, if no other reason, because it's the right thing to do.
For what?
Like to take care of each other. I'm just talking about in general.
Oh, okay.
Like, if
you got to clarify that. Tell us exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm going to say, because I don't believe there's a civic responsibility to take an untested medication or barely tested medication.
No. Like, if
so,
all right, no, I'm talking about doing the right thing, right?
Okay.
To where, like, there were the people that like, oh, COVID doesn't exist. Who cares? Like, no, idiot. If you don't know, like, if you don't, it's like when this whole thing kind of started, right? Like in the inception of this, like, oh, let's have COVID parties. That was so stupid. Like, you don't know. None of us really knew, you know, what this thing was about. So you're going to do this and willingly spread. I mean, how stupid is that? So I just wish there was a little more, again, and this goes in all levels, right? Of our, you know, of society, right? Like, even like, you know, if someone's born into poverty in this country, I believe we have the resources for the opportunity that those children like should have to go to college and better themselves. You know, you can't choose where you were born. And again, where does the line go between like, you're penalizing me for doing well for myself? Because I don't think that should happen. But I also think, you know, look, it's good and the right thing to do is to help people. It doesn't mean we should be mandated to.
You believe people need a college degree in order to do well for themselves?
No, I believe people deserve an opportunity to succeed. I believe people should at least be afforded the opportunity to make the decision to not go to college.
Okay.
My opinion, to not better themselves. You know, I really, really do. Such common sense. How much food do we throw away yet they're starving people?
Well,
I mean, as a country, we're better than that. We're simply better than that.
No, we're not, actually. We're not.
No, we are. We're just not living up to it.
We're not.
No, I think we are.
Actually, we are a country of law, not morals. That is the problem. We're not Canada. So because everything is law is why we are where we are. That is why every place is mandating, because every person that's not vaccinated is a quote unquote liability, even though they're not. If you are a perfectly healthy person, you are not a threat to anybody else. But because of law and liability, that's where we are right now. Because of lawsuits and liability, it's how America is the way it is. Because of pharma and medical, it's why we're in this mess. So like I said, we're a country of law and not morals, which is, no, we're not better than this. We should be, we could be, but we're not. And that's the problem.
Well, I do think that, you know, somewhere along the way, morality, right? Or at some point, right? Morality used to be the law. And if we go back into, let's say, like biblical times and things like that, you know, the 10 Commandments, right? That was what the people lived by. That was the law, right? And again, as society developed, as things kind of progressed, right? Like laws have to change. It's just a natural. By the way, I just realized how stupid I look with my face painted talking about this. But welcome to the A Show. This is
Playa said
what we do here.
Like I said, that's part of the problem. People focus on what's legal instead of what's moral.
Yeah.
And if you give somebody a law, they're going to look for a loophole. So, and it's typical human nature. Yeah, this country lost its moral compass a while ago, and I don't think this has anything. I don't think this has anything to do with being a Christian nation, not being a Christian nation. Because I mean, you can be if you can be a very good person and not be a Christian, and you can be a very bad person and definitely be a Christian. We have seen that. So I don't think this has anything to do with religion. I just think this has to do with our society in general.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah, I do, as much as I know that you are a big fan of what's the word I'm looking for? Not democracy. Help me out here. My brain is not capitalism. I think capitalism should be reined in. I don't think praying to the dollars and letting money lead the way for everything creates a moral society. I think it creates a problem, and I think that's why we are where we are. I don't think healthcare should be for profit. There's no amount of money. There's no amount of money a parent wouldn't pay to save their child. They would get rid of their house.
Exploited. Agreed. I 100%
exploited.
agree.
So
100%.
I think capitalism is a problem sometimes. Not that I'm a socialist. I'm just saying that there has to be a better option. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something more along the lines of what England and Canada have, where it's a capitalist, socialist, democracy, a combination of everything. I don't know.
I've always said capitalism tempered with reason.
Who's guarding the banks though? Where's the reason coming from?
Well, again, I think reason being, look, if you don't have your health, you have nothing. So life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, life is the first thing, right? Life, like have a pulse, right? Be healthy. And I do think that, when things are so expensive and everything, and I, again, what you said, April, I agree with wholeheartedly. When I was saying we are better than this, I was talking about the individuals that make up the country, not the corporate structure of the country, right? Look, we can all agree when Golden Corral, I shouldn't say that because I don't know, but like when a Vegas buffet, they throw away hundreds, if not thousands of pounds of food, and there's homeless people starving, there's something wrong with that. There truly is something wrong with that.
I know why they do that.
I can add to that since I'm in the restaurant business.
Because of legal issues.
It's legal issues. Down in Georgia, we would get a lot of people that would say, "What are you guys going to do with all this food? You could feed so many people. You could do this and that with it." And my line to them was, if I give it to a hog farmer, and any amount of his pigs die off of this food that we gave him, liability. Now there are some states that are trying to keep the liability out. There are movements that are trying to keep the liability out.
I've been part of that movement. That's why I was going to tell you. This has been going on for like over a decade now.
The last place I worked at was a barbecue restaurant, and we actually would freeze our leftovers, not meat necessarily, but the vegetables and stuff. And a homeless shelter would come and get it, and they would store it frozen as well, and then they would use that. There was some kind of loophole that I think North Carolina's changed the laws in where you can get away with that as long as it's going to a food bank or something. But just in general, April's right. It's the liability issue. You would lose everything.
Yeah. All it takes is one person getting food poisoning or one animal dying, and they'll sue the shit out of you. And that's just the way this country is, unfortunately. And that's why we waste food and throw it away. And everything is like that. And somebody pointed out, where is that? There's a difference between capitalism and corporatism. And that's true. You're right.
Yes.
Thank you, Playa. You're right. And I have confused those two in my rant. So you're absolutely correct.
Yes.
But we do have a very corporate, almost fascist. We labor under the delusion of democracy when it's actually kind of a corporate fascism, to be honest with you, like if we're really realistic about it. So
well, that's why we're in the position we're in.
Exactly.
Bottom line.
Exactly. So what are we going to do about it?
Well, they say, let's see, what was that one again? Charity is giving freely. Redistribution is not charity. People who complain about everyone else usually are the least charitable. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I don't think like
Yeah.
the whole redistribution of wealth. No. That term alone, it's like I get a vile feeling in me, because that's just like, take money from these people and give it to these people. No, what I think we should do, and maybe I'm missing the boat on this, but we should put funding into programs let's take the low income areas, the most at risk part of the population.
Mhm.
Programs reinvest in the infrastructure of the communities.
Like the broken window theory.
That's the thing, like education. And that is how I think we can all kind of get together, because again, it's present the opportunity and the means, like if they, whoever, right? Rum, that'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll fix a lot, right?
Yeah. Right.
But that way that we can kind of all have the same opportunities, and in the communities that are self-sufficient, we don't need enough resources, or maybe all the resources we do. That I can get with.
Can I interject real quick while I see this? Eva said we should stick together to change the laws. And Winona said there's a huge difference between a handout and a hand up, which is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So with these two comments and what we're seeing with Southwest and all the other airlines that have joined in, and Amtrak and everything else, we're seeing that coming together and sticking together and finding that common ground will change laws. We saw that Delta, without even having a strike, decided to get rid of the mandate. They didn't even want to risk losing flights and losing business and having to displace their customers. It is working. All of this is working. So people are protesting. It might be a media blackout on TV. You might not see it. But if you look at the alternative media, if you look at the real free press out there, if you are off Google and look at the real free press, it is working. There's hope. There's a lot of hope, because if there wasn't, they wouldn't need so much propaganda. So if we stick together, we outnumber everyone. So if we stick together, we will get things done.
What was the law that you were talking about earlier today? And it was in 2016, which was actually very disturbing.
Oh, the Mockingbird. Hang on, what was it? Yeah, it was I'm blanking, but it's the Mockingbird. Some may know this one. Do you look it up? The Mockingbird Law of 2016, and I'm saying that wrong, but it was when they were able to legalize propaganda to the American people. So the government, it became completely legal for them to propagandize anything to us without any repercussions.
How terrible is that? How
So
absolutely terrible is that? And shame on anyone who was in favor of that bill, because I don't give a crap who you are.
and
I wouldn't vote for you.
that
I wouldn't vote for you.
includes deliberately paying reporters to make fake stories, hiring the news to go the way that you want it to go, planting stories in certain areas and swaying the press. That's why they define propaganda. That's what's happening to us. That's what's been happening to us.
Well, the thing is, we all realize it, though. I think that law, it kind of backfired, because true propaganda, you don't know is propaganda.
Well, a lot of people don't still. A lot of people think Southwest really canceled 1,800 flights because of weather, even though it's October and there's no weather going on whatsoever.
Well, those people are idiots.
And all the other flights are flying at the time.
Yeah, those people are just completely just, again, the facts. Just look at the facts and use common sense. And, true propaganda, you don't know is propaganda. But more and more people are waking up, in my opinion, from what I've seen. And they know, like, that a lot of the mainstream media is just, it's not credible. It's simply not credible. When, again, you had one news, and I'm not going to name names, but The president like admitted to swaying things because he wanted to sway the election. They admitted to inflating the numbers of people with the virus to try to get people to watch. I mean, it's like, come on.
I live in Florida, and we have I think the very, very low COVID rate. And this state has decided to stop releasing the COVID rates publicly because they got tired of seeing the media inflate it tens of thousands per day. So what's funny is if you have even an ounce of common sense and just are willing to look for just a minute. So here's how you know that the media is lying to you regarding the state of Florida and COVID rates. Okay. So California had so many people leave that they lost a seat in the House. Am I correct? You live there?
Yes.
Okay. So if Florida had as many people die as the media said, we would have lost a seat in the House. Right? But not only did we retain what we had, we have gained one. So granted, we've had a lot of people move here because we're a free state, and everybody on social media allegedly hates Florida and fuck DeSantis and fuck Death DeSantis and all this other stuff, who I did not vote for. But he's done a good job so far, except for raising our property taxes and electric and water. But I didn't vote for him, but he has done a good job for us. People have moved here, and we have not only kept our seat in the House, and we have gained one. That is how you know. Just use your brain, and you can figure out that all these people in Florida did not die if the population. Okay, so it's not rocket appliances.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Well, yeah, that's Eva lives here too, even lower now than before the Delta variant.
Yeah.
It's because you know why? Because we have herd immunity, because everybody's gotten it. So Tampa Bay actually got their first wave of the alpha version in December 2019, and it was bad. That was the one I got. It was so bad. It was nothing like what everybody's getting now. This was the killer flu that was killing people. And this is the you can't get up off the floor, and you like I thought I was gonna die from that version. I got lucky that my neighbor was a nurse and came over to take care of me, and then so but
Unreal.
Tampa got hit real hard with that first wave, December, January, February of 2019 through 2020. Everybody got it. It went around. So, and no one's going to admit that because they don't want to pay out any reparations or whatever it is for back pay. So, but that's when we got hit.
Yeah.
So anyway.
And Simba agrees.
Yes, he does.
Nope,
Would you like to hear another question? A Halloween question?
Please.
Okay. And thanks, you guys. I don't wish COVID on anyone. That is not fun. But I also, knowing what I went through and how hard it was, and how I have permanent lung damage from it. And I'll tell you the truth, I still would not get that jab. I would not roll the dice and get the jab. I just don't feel comfortable with it. I just don't. And I feel, knock wood, I feel like I've got immunity. I've been exposed to it a lot. Since this, it's almost 2 years now. Hopefully it stays that way. If I do end up, something bad happens to me, I guess I got to eat those words, but fingers crossed. But anyway, on to lighter. Let's go back to Halloween now. All right. And everybody can join in. What do you think the question is this? If you want to keep spirits out of your home on Halloween, what should you sprinkle on your doorstep? Here are the 4 choices: sage, garlic, holy water, or salt.
I'm going to say salt.
You are correct. According to tradition, salt can be laid around the boundaries of a room to prevent spirits and demons from entering. So, all right. I know you guys have to know this one. What classic horror film is based on a true story? Eva, you cannot answer this question. What classic horror film is based on a true story? Halloween, Amityville Horror, The Blair Witch Project, or Poltergeist?
Anyone? I know the answer to that.
You do?
Yeah, The Exorcist. I mean, I'm sorry, but The Exorcist is based on a true story. Just figured I'd show them there. No, it's Poltergeist.
Poltergeist is based on a true story.
Yep.
That's your final answer.
It is. Nope. You're wrong.
9.
What is it?
So you want to ask? You want to phone a friend? Ask the
All right.
audience.
People, what do we got? What do we got?
Are you trying to trust your audience here?
You know what? There's a lot of everyone's saying Amityville.
Okay, everyone, here we go.
Everyone, yeah.
Everyone is right.
Everyone's right, correct. But no,
Horror. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Amityville Horror is based on the alleged experience of the, I want to say Lutz family, who bought a new home on 112 Ocean Avenue. That sounds so nice and unhaunted.
Mm-hmm.
In Amityville, New York, a house where a mass murder had been committed the year before.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, and I believe the Poltergeist was as well, like or based on events, or they like took actual events of hauntings and kind of like rolled it into a movie or something like that. No, I'm being serious.
Maybe they may have.
Then again, I may be wrong, but I'm almost certain that was like they took into account like real cases. I don't think it was like necessarily one linear story. Yes, thank you. It is
Kinda
true.
like
Thank you very much. I appreciate
the Legend of Ragnar Lothbrok, where they took all the Viking stories together.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But The Exorcist was based on actual events.
Yeah, I know. Yes, Eva, you can speak now. Okay. According to superstition, if you stare into a mirror at midnight on Halloween, what will you see? I knew this answer. I'm so witchy, though.
I don't know, the boogeyman.
Okay, here's your choice: your death, your future spouse, dead ancestors, or Bloody Mary.
I'm going to say dead ancestors. What is it?
Your future spouse.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
According
That's
to superstition,
crazy.
if you stare into a midnight on Halloween, that's a Celtic tradition, I believe, though.
Hmm.
It's the only reason I know
Wow.
it. So
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Here's one for you. What product is banned in Hollywood on Halloween?
That I don't know.
Here are the choices: toilet paper, ski masks, razor blades, or silly string.
I mean, I'm going to say silly string only because people out here are no fun.
You are correct.
I had no idea, but yeah, everyone out here sucks.
Silly string fans should stay far away from Hollywood on Halloween. An ordinance banning the toy, is it a toy, first introduced in 2004 after complaints from Hollywood Boulevard property owners, is only enforced on October 31st. So you should hit it on October 30th. If you're caught with sticky hands, expect to pay a $1,000 fine. Oh, here's one. And Eva, again, you probably can't answer this one. Okay. What movie convinced people to get rid of their Ouija boards? The Exorcist, Paranormal Activity, White Noise, or Witchboard?
I know that the movie The Exorcist, like in the real case of it, I believe the person that was possessed, they used a Ouija board, which can act as kind of a gateway, or it opens up a portal or something. I'm going to say that one, but I'm probably wrong.
So you said which one?
Exorcist? Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Because that's,
Right.
like an old priest in my parish. What's that?
I was going to say the information behind that's even more interesting.
Yeah. An old priest in my parish when I was growing up, he actually went to seminary and knew the priest that actually did the real one, like performed on which the movie was based off of. Yeah. So it's it had a very interesting conversation, as much as I was a kid, but like, it was definitely don't do that stuff.
Well, here, during World War I, almost every household in the United States had a Ouija board.
Mhm.
It was a common household thing. In 1922, Ouija board sales topped and outsold Monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
But The Exorcist stopped the Ouija fad dead in its tracks. After watching the movie, many people destroy their Ouija boards in fear. Now, is it Ouija board or Ouija board? I guess everybody says it differently.
Like Ouija.
Is it Ouija?
I heard. Yeah, I believe.
Is it Ouija board? Okay.
Mhm.
Ouija board.
Mhm.
Okay. So, Ouija board then. What ghost did British Prime Minister Winston Churchill reportedly see in the White House?
Lincoln?
Was it Abraham Lincoln or Willie Lincoln?
Oh, Willie, I believe, the kid. Abraham? Oh, very cool.
Yep. A well-known ghost story was reported by Churchill.
You just wanted to make me wrong again, that's all. I had it before you even said it. You just want to make me wrong again.
You were right. You were right. I'll give you that one. A well-known ghost story was reported by Churchill, who was a guest at the White House. After a long bath and naked except for a cigar, he walked into the adjoining bedroom, and there was Abraham Lincoln at the fireplace. Churchill said, "Good evening, Mr. President. You seem to have me at a disadvantage." He reported that Lincoln smiled softly and then disappeared.
Okay. This leads me to another tidbit of information that I found out. And all of you within the sound of my voice, please, when you have some time, do this if you have not already. Go to YouTube and type in Lyndon B. Johnson ordering pants. It is when Lyndon Johnson was president, he recorded all the conversations in the White House, right? And he was ordering pants. So, and he was acting president at the time. So this is literally the president of the United States. Like, yeah, I've, really like the other pair of pants, but if you could add a little more room around the crotch so, my ball sack doesn't dangle. I mean, it's, you know what? I know you get mad when I look at my phone, but like, if I find it, can I play it?
Go for it.
Okay.
I don't get mad when you look at your phone. Your ADD is annoying sometimes. I just ask you, I'm like, 90 minutes. Just give me 90 minutes a week where you're not on your phone. This is not an unreasonable request.
All right. This is 2 minutes and 48 seconds. We want to try to.
Okay. Mr. Hager? Yes, it's Joe Hager. Joe, is your father the one that makes clothes? Yes, sir. We're all together. You all made me some real lightweight slacks. He just made up on his own, sent to me 3 or 4 months ago. It's a kind of a light brown and a light green, rather soft green and soft brown. Now, I need about 6 pairs for summer wear. I need about 6 pairs to wear around in the evening when I come in from work. And I can send you a pair. I want them half inch
This gets great.
in the waist than they were before, except I want 2 or 3 inches of stuff left back in there so I can take them up. I vary 10 to 15 pounds a month. So leave me at least 2.5 to 3 inches in the back where I can let them out or take them up, and make these a half inch bigger in the waist. Make the pockets at least an inch longer. My money and my knife, everything fall out. Wait just a minute.
His money and his knife fall out.
Now, another thing, the crotch down where your nuts hang is always a little too tight. So when you make them up, give me an inch that I can let out there because they cut me. They're just like riding a wire fence. These are the best that I've had anywhere in the United States. But
Well, I'll let you.
He's keeping it real. I like it.
But down where my nuts, like that. Think of it. How awesome is that? Like that, he was again like a regular guy, and just to think of Churchill, bare ass smoking a cigar, seeing Abraham Lincoln, like, well, hey, of course.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
There's what horror film is widely regarded to have popularized the found footage film technique? Paranormal Activity, The Blair Witch Project, Chronicle, or Cloverfield?
I'm going to say Blair Witch.
You are
And
correct.
one screw up with that movie, one royal screw up with the Blair Witch Project. Look, I can appreciate, you know, like the genre of like, oh my God, the footage was found. I mean, that crazy stuff. It helps you immerse. But when they're like, oh my God, we have to cross a stream. We can't get across the stream. Look, if I had a friggin' witch chasing me and there was something that was, it literally looked like a long ass puddle with a small current. All right. You couldn't pretty much float like a paper boat on it. I mean, this is not like they were saying how impossible it was to cross the stream and get back. My God, if I had a witch chasing me, guess what? I'd get my damn feet wet and cross the goddamn stream. that was the only thing about that movie that completely took me out of it. Like, come on.
Yeah, I remember. I don't remember the movie well, but I remember being taken out of it. I was
I've been lost,
and
in
also
the woods
feeling
before.
nauseous from all the shaking of the camera.
Yeah, but I mean, I've been lost in the woods, and sometimes you do what you got to do. You know, like, just come on, get wet, stay alive.
All right. Speaking of what we had talked about earlier, we'll just do a couple more. What was the most popular candy for Halloween in 2004?
Shit, that's a random question.
Okay. Tootsie Rolls, Snickers, candy corn, or M&Ms?
I'm gonna go with M&Ms.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
No. Really?
Snickers?
Those are the choices. Listen, Tootsie Rolls, Snickers, candy corn, M&Ms. We know it's probably not candy corn, right? Someone said Tide Pods.
Jeez, oh
No,
my
I
God,
think that
that's
was
so funny.
2012, actually.
Yeah, God, they are. I'm not gonna say it.
I'm just regretful more people didn't eat them, honestly. Tylenol.
Snickers. Yeah. Jeez. Snickers.
No, it's not Snickers. It's got to be Tootsie Rolls. Candy corn. Fuck you. According to
Tootsie
the
Roll's another one. It's like
this is bullshit. According to the Extreme Chocolate Annual Halloween Candy Survey, candy corn was the most popular Halloween candy in 2004. Lies.
deceit.
This is when the bad reporting started.
Yeah. Yep. This was the inception.
Clearly.
Crazy.
Like you really over Tootsie Rolls and Snickers. Give me a break.
Although Tootsie Rolls, I was like, like I've never been passionate about Tootsie Rolls. Like they're in that category where like they can be in with the crap bag of candy, but like, oh yeah, Tootsie Rolls, okay, it's passable.
Oh, I die for them. I'm in there. I'm like, oh, Tootsie Roll.
Like, I don't know. I'm a taffy. Like if I'm gonna have taffy, I'd rather have taffy, not like some chewy kind of in between. Yeah. I enjoy taffy. I do enjoy taffy.
Twizzlers.
Strawberry, vanilla, peppermint taffy. Vanilla, yeah. It's wonderful.
All right. And let's see. Do we have another one that's interesting enough? Oh, how many witches were burned at the stake in the Salem witch trials? 12, 0, 33, or 20? You're from Massachusetts. You should know this answer. All right, everybody.
33?
What do you guys think? 12, 0, 33, or 20? How many witches were burned at the stake in the Salem witch trials? I know the answer to this, actually. I don't know the answer until I hit the thing. I'm going to guess this many, but we got all kinds of answers here.
Wait a minute, is that a trick question when you say burned at the stake? Because they were hung. So 0.
I think it's 0 because I think America hung their witches instead of burned them.
They did.
So hang on.
Yes.
Okay. Are you saying 0? Is that your answer?
Yes.
Correct. We are correct.
Yeah. How many witches make up a coven?
How many witches make up a coven?
Yes.
3?
13. When you get above
13?
13, you break off.
So why were we taught to fear the witches and not the people who hung or burned them?
I don't know. Which is going
That's
to be
a question
witches?
we should. Yeah, right. So here, none of the witches, and that's in quotes, witches, put to death in the Salem witch trials were burned at the stake. All of those executed were hanged, but one, Giles Corey, who was pressed to death. What the fuck? Several others died in prison, including Sarah Osborne, Roger Toothaker, Lyndia Dustin, and Ann Foster.
Mm-hmm.
That's a horrible history we have.
Yeah, no, Salem is gnarly.
Oh my god!
Like the whole thing.
To death. I'm sorry.
My ex was obsessed with the movie Hocus Pocus and everything, and it's just like, okay, Salem and this and that. And I'm going like, that ain't Salem. Like, no, real Salem is like, no,
horrific.
Yeah.
No, there's more like Outlander, where the witches actually.
Well, Gary,
remember?
But remember our guest Gary?
Yeah.
Who's on here? I tell you what, this is busy season for him. He does all kinds of stuff at Salem, and
because the veil is lifting in the month of October. It's the menace between our ancestors and us.
Yep.
So, not that you believe that anymore, but
nope. No, not to say it does. Oh no, you know, I'm not saying that. Like, obviously, there's something to it. I'm just, on my own path.
I know.
I'm not saying it doesn't exist. It's not valid or anything like that. I'm just, who am I to judge? I need to worry about my own problems. So
I know. I'm just teasing.
99 problems, but a witch ain't one.
There you go. Okay, where did the inventor of the Ouija board get the name Ouija? From talking to the board, his mother's maiden name, from the Egyptian Book of the Dead, from a dream.
Mother's maiden name, I guess.
Really? I'm going to go with Egyptian Book of the Dead, but we'll do yours. A mother's maiden name. No. Anyone? I'll do Egyptian Book of the Dead. Also wrong. Let's just go with something weird. From talking to the board. Why wouldn't it be?
There we go. Yep. There we go.
According to Charles Kennard, I hope I'm saying that right. Kennard, one of the original manufacturers of the Ouija board, William Fold, who is credited with naming the device, learned the name Ouija from using the board. It just told him its name. Years later, Fold would change his story, claiming it was merely a combination of the French and German words for yes. Ouija. See? Ouija. Yeah. That's where I got it from,
Mr. Crowley, yes.
Mr.
Crowley. Yep.
All right.
There's an interesting figure in history.
All right, now I'll give you two more, and we're done.
And then wait a minute. Look, we're twitching. You can't see it because of my my black costume. But once again, yes, you win the Twitch.
I didn't do it. There.
Yep, there we go. All right. We're closing in.
What does the word Halloween mean?
All Hallows Eve.
Holy night, darker half, plentiful harvest, or Day of the Dead?
Halloween. Eve.
Holy night, darker half, plentiful harvest,
darker
Day
half.
of the Dead. Is that what the viewers want to say? Keon's saying Day of the Dead. Halloween. You want darker half?
Yeah.
Okay. You got a whole lot of Day of the Deads in there.
We did, yeah.
You sure you still want darker half?
Yep.
Okay.
What does it mean?
It means you got that wrong.
What does Halloween mean?
Should we try what the viewers wished?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, Day of the Dead. They're also wrong. I'm going to guess plentiful harvest because it's a harvest time of the year. I'm also wrong. Holy night is what Halloween means. Holy night.
Hmm.
Oh, there we go. Has everybody learned
Who would have
things?
thought? Well, because
Holy
again,
night.
Halloween, it also falls on the eve of November 1st, which is very much, it's the day that they remember all the departed souls. All
Okay.
Souls Day. So that's like, and again, I think, with Christianity, they've always taken, whatever other traditions and festivals and kind of like laid their own on as society evolved, because it was just, people was, it's December 25th. We usually have a party. Let's make it this instead of that. So that's kind of how that worked. And I think with Halloween, it was the same thing. So
Maybe.
wonderful.
All right. I wanted to say something before we go. To add in, we talked, was it last week or the week before, about transgender athletes in sports. And we emphasized the male transgender in contact sports with women, and how I felt as a female athlete that was not right, not fair, not equal, and kind of an insult to women's rights when we have worked so hard to get where we are in male-dominated sports. But on the flip side of that, for females who have trans into men, I also don't feel it's equal for them to be in a contact sports situation against the male. So that doesn't go just one way. So if somebody has been a female most of their life and they are now male, putting them up against a natural born male their entire life in a contact sport is equally as dangerous, just as dangerous as the other way around. So it's still a life risking venture with something like MMA or boxing, and I don't think that is okay either. So I just wanted to clarify that. That's all. I should have mentioned that when we were doing the thing about that episode, but I didn't get a chance to. For some reason, it escaped me at the time. So,
no, very, very, very good point.
Yeah. So that's it. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who has come on tonight. I know it was a little bit of a different show. We just kind of wanted to do something fun and light. But thank you for being here again. Thank you for those of you who have actually subscribed. We are very grateful. And if you have cheered your bits, I haven't seen them. I don't know how that goes when people do that. I wish there was a way to see it. I guess we have to learn how to bring that up. But thank you very much. And if you're a patron, thank you very, very much.
Yes.
And if you join the higher tier, we will be signing this and sending it out to you. So thanks for that. And we will go ahead, Aaron. Well, go ahead and do.
Oh no, yeah, but no.
Sing
again,
a song.
You've said it all. No, and again, if you if you like the show, tell a friend. If you don't, tell an enemy. You can find us again, Twitch, Patreon, all everything April said, and yes, again, just to reiterate, like it is so appreciated, and this has been such a great. It's been a highlight of my week to really kind of spend it with all you guys, and so thank you. And yeah, other than that, April, anything?
You're welcome.
There you go. Right, still my line, but again, it's not my line because I am Halloween man this week and next week. And you know what? How about this? If you guys want, Colin, can they send in their favorite Halloween costumes, what they'd like? And can we do some picture stuff there? Is there an email they could send it to? And like, because
I will.
Yeah,
I will,
next week.
Let me drop that in the chat real quick. I got you.
Yeah, and if you guys are dressing up next week, please let us know. Send a picture ahead of time, or send a picture, on the show. We'll get you on the show. We would love for you to Halloween with us next weekend, and let us know if you have any ideas what kind of Halloween themes we should be doing next week. So we want to hear it. So thank you very, very much. And Winona and everybody else that takes screenshots and grabs clips, we really appreciate it. That makes everything easy for us. So you see, that's the A Show mailbag at gmail.com. Got that? The A Show mailbag at gmail.com. Send your Halloween pictures, send your cosplay pictures, and we will get everything on the show. So happy pre-Halloween week, and we'll see you during Halloween week. So
yes, and just
Patreon, Twitch, and cool. Thank you.
There's no need to buy candy this week because it'll all be gone by Halloween. You'll have to buy more. So
buy the candy. Just get the candy. Go ahead and get the candy. Right. Get the candy.